Hello and welcome to Coffee with the Angels. I'm Katie Kiefer of awakentheinnerlight.com and coffeewiththeangels.com. So for those of you who are new, Coffee with the Angels is where I sit down in the morning and have my first cup of coffee, and I tune in and listen to what the angels have to say for the day. What do they need to share? Or I ask questions. So today I asked the question about the importance of belief, because I had a belief come up that I went, seriously? Really? Okay. And of course, I changed it, and I'll share that with you later. So, just a quick, brief explanation of a benefit that I've gotten. I have been able to go deeper into my own work from doing this exercise. So, if you are finding yourself stuck, if you are finding yourself, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, you are looking for more guidance and divine understanding, divine guidance, sit down and just start to write. Just take a few minutes every day, somewhere in your day, and sit down and write. So you can be channeling your higher self, you can just be writing your truth, you can be talking with the angels or guides or ancestors, something, somebody. Maybe it's just you. Maybe you are just writing your truth. You don't have to be a medium or have these psychic abilities to be able to receive that flow of divine information, because you are a spark of the divine. And because you are a spark of the divine, if you sit down and you just start writing and letting things flow, you very well may surprise yourself at the wisdom and knowledge that comes out. Now, is it you, or is it, shared with you, like dropped in for you from guides and angels, or a loved one who has crossed over? I don't know. And does that matter? If you want to know about that, you can ask later on, or ask somebody who is proficient with doing those kinds of readings. A lot of times they can help you discern where the information is coming from, because at some point you will want to know where that information is coming from. So, not as brief as I intended, but there you go. I really encourage you to get into some kind of practice that will help that divine knowledge to flow through, and that divine support, because it really is. It is supportive. So on with the reading. Today is Monday, March 5th, 2018. And the angels say the importance of belief, which I asked about. Belief is perhaps the most powerful tool humans have. Belief creates your reality and experiences. You think it is thought and feeling, but these are limited, expanded, and filtered through your beliefs. This is why it is helpful when you have good discernment between truth and belief. Truth just is. Universal laws are truth. How you perceive them may be belief. You are using and living by universal laws all the time. To do so consciously and choose your co-creations, you need an awareness of belief. Becoming aware of beliefs that are in alignment and supportive and those that are limiting is necessary to fully creating your experiences. There is more, yes, but start with beliefs. As you work with beliefs, more will become clear. Feelings can be part of belief. A misprogrammed feeling is equal to a false belief. Feelings such as this can be as limiting as a programmed belief. In fact, it can show up as a belief. The more you practice awareness, the more fine-tuned your skills become. Sorry, I got something going on here. The more you practice awareness, the more fine-tuned your skills become. The more you fine-tune your skills, the easier it becomes to see and create the experiences you want. The more you are in alignment with sacred self and creator, all that is, the better it flows. The closer you get to full alignment, the more beliefs will show up. This is a time to really look at what is going on. At this point, it is all an inside job. You certainly have help pushing things up and your triggers being activated. But all those are only notifications of something, beliefs, needing changed so you can move on with your soul's work. It is your birthright to do your soul's work. So I kind of have to giggle at this a bit because I'm like, I'm asking for alignment. I keep asking for, let's get this soul work going. I want to be out there doing my soul's work. What am I here to really do? And I'm getting clearer on that. And I'm just taking one step at a time, each step as it's given to me. But the idea that the closer you get to full alignment, the more beliefs will show up. And yes, they can be simple. And yes, you may think you believe something, but the underlying stronger belief is actually the opposite. So if you asked me just a few days ago if thoughts were real, I would have absolutely said yes. Well, yes, of course thoughts are real. Thoughts are things. Thoughts have mass. Thoughts are very light. Thoughts travel faster than the speed of light. All of these things, because intellectually I know. And on the core level, this lifetime, I have come to believe, yes, thoughts are real. Yet, when I muscle tested, I gotta know, thoughts are real. No. On the genetic level, on the history level, and on the soul level, they were wrong. Wrong. That's interesting I said that. The answer was no when I muscle tested each of the levels. So the strength of what essentially would be a disbelief was much stronger because that was on 3 levels. That was stronger than my conscious, this life belief of yes, thoughts are real. The disbelief that they're real was actually stronger than the belief. And so I had to go change that. I'm like, oh my goodness, seriously? I've been wondering how some of these people that practice theta healing, I see how fast they are. And I'm like, how are they doing that? I don't understand. Well, because they're using thought and I was using feeling. Well, I'm clairsentient. That's clear feeling. Everything would get run through feeling. Feeling was how I gauge things. It still is how I gauge things. But what was happening was I was slowing thought down because another belief that came in with this is that only feelings are real. So it was like if I didn't have the feeling, if I didn't have the sensation, it wasn't real. So I was slowing things down, way down, because thoughts move so fast. And once I changed that and also downloaded the feeling and from creator's perspective of what it feels like for thoughts to be real and what they, the speed with which we can work with thought, it was like I did this right before I went to bed. So I crawled into bed and I immediately connected with the all that is, that pure essence and energy of the all that is, and unconditional love. And like, oh, send love here, send love there, send love everywhere. And I mean, it's just happening so much faster. I got so much more done in such a shorter amount of time. And even today, it's like 9:30 right now as I'm doing this. And the fact that I am able to be here by 9:30, things are happening faster. My time is more efficiently used. And this has only been for the last couple of days that this has been happening. But it's freaking cool. And such a fundamental belief of thoughts are real. I thought that was true. I thought I believed it everywhere. Well, yeah, of course. That was one of the things that I kept running into. I can't do my soul's work unless I have that belief all the way through and the highest truth that thoughts are real. So this is where non-judgment and just self-acceptance is so important, because when we're judging something that we believe, one, we're probably not going to check it. That is huge. If you are busy judging something that you might hold as a belief, if you're judging it, you're probably not even going to check it because you don't want it. I mean, early on, and for the first couple of years, my teacher would look at me and go, "Muzzle test this, check that." And crap, I've got that. Crap. And that was my response. And not anymore. I just don't have that anymore because I'm not judging anymore. So I really, really encourage you to let go of the judgment, let go of the criticism, let go of the criticalness. It is what it is. You hold beliefs that you hold, whether you are aware of it or not, and most of them are subconscious, they are not conscious. So I really encourage you to learn to muscle test, because that is going to be an excellent tool to help you recognize beliefs that you may have, or beliefs you may be lacking that you really would do well to have because they're supportive. It will also help you to recognize where there may be dual beliefs, because you can have two opposing beliefs at the same time. So you want to keep and amplify the supportive one and clear out the unsupportive one. So if you have questions, if you would like to know more, feel free to go to awakentheinnerlight.com and book a cuppa. And it's a cup of coffee, cup of tea, cup of water. It's, a virtual coffee. I like the cuppa. That's what I call it. So that's really all it is. It's a time of consultation. It's free. There's no charge. And if you've got questions, I'm happy to answer them. It gives us 30 minutes. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing where this work goes. And I'm happy to answer your questions if you have them. The more you become aligned with who you really are, with your sacred self, the more you will be asked to change the limiting beliefs. Because, I hear all this talk of the energies, well, the energies are doing this and the energies are doing that. They are. I also see a lot of people who are just kind of rolling with that flow, which at times is absolutely appropriate. At the same time, doing that inner work is also appropriate. The energies are not going to do it for you. They are a guide and assistance to showing you what needs to change, what needs to come into alignment. And there's just, it's not complicated. There is no complication, but there is a complexity. Because the body holds its own beliefs. We receive beliefs from ancestors. We carry them over lifetime to lifetime. The soul in its way is perfect. Sometimes it can still take on beliefs that are false. So there's just more to it than there's just more to it than we realize. If we look at ourselves as multidimensional beings, how is that possible for it to be anything other than complex? It might be simple and complex, There's no correlation between complicated and complex. If we are multifaceted beings, multidimensional beings, looking at things strictly from the human perspective and going, oh, I believe this. Oh, no, I don't believe that. That's oversimplifying things. Because maybe somewhere you do or don't believe. And we have the tools available for you to make those changes, for you to discover what is actually being held in the body, on the genetics. I mean, there's a lot of levels. And the theta healing technique talks about 4 levels. Personally, I like to add the body in because the body itself, being the animalistic body, can be yet another layer and another level of belief, of feeling, and of existence. And so, yeah, that's my perspective. So anyway, I hope you have found value in this. If you have questions, feel free to message me or book a cuppa. You can also book a healing session if you're interested. The healing sessions, typically we are doing belief work and we are doing feeling work, and they're called healing sessions rather than theta healing sessions because often there will be a grounding technique that is outside of theta healing, or some other method, technique, modality may come in. And so because they are not strictly and only theta healing, the technique being used, they're called healing sessions. And so just know that the theta healing technique is the most prominent and most dominant, with little bits of other things woven in as guided, because it's all divinely guided. I also do healing activations, feeling activations. So if you know that there's a feeling, you're like, okay, this sucks, let's change this. Or I don't really know what this feels like. I wish I knew what that felt like. If you're in that kind of a thing, then a feeling activation session may be appropriate. I also do intuitive readings. So readings, it's reading where you are now, the trajectory you're on, and that's pretty much it. It's, you bring in a few questions and we'll do what we can to get you the guidance that you're looking for, the confirmation that you're looking for, or whatever with that. And it's just intuitive readings. So, and all of this is done primarily using the theta healing technique. So it can be used for just about anything. And I am actually preparing to teach classes of the theta healing technique, and I'm really looking forward to that. So I'll let you know as soon as those classes are out and available. If you are interested in a theta healing class, feel free to just let me know, and we can see how things will be sped up, or if you're somewhere other than East Coast, North Carolina, we'll see about making sure that you can learn what you want to learn. So anyway, I'm hearing that's it for us today, and I hope you have a fantastic day. And seriously, if you have questions, let me know. And I really hope that today's message from the angels and my experience has been beneficial for you. And I'm hearing Katie stop rambling. Okay, fine, I will stop now. So I hope you have a fantastic day and a fantastic week. And I know I might be getting a little blared out by the sun here, but that's okay. It feels great. So have a lovely week and a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.